What is up, crapbags? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for it. This time it's going to be Major League Baseball for Friday, August the 20th. Game is going to be played between the Baltimore Orioles and the Atlanta Braves. Going for the O's is Keegan Akin, and for the Braves is Max Fried. The current betting spread is Braves minus 250, total 10.5. So I was a victim of some overnight pitching changes from Tuesday's play, but I did still like the new price in Game 2, full game though, of Sox Yanks. I know in the video I gave away first 5 Red Sox minus half run, which was supposed to be Game 1, but they did some pitching swaps around. But I said on Twitter that it was still a go for me in Game 2 with the Sox new price at minus 108. Now that play lost, which does bring these video plays to 26 and 14 plus 11.02U. Now I will tell you this, some people, might have used that as a way to kind of slide away from a loss. But no, it's not what we do here. And look, kudos to Boone for the Yanks making that pitching swap, going with a stronger arm in the earlier game, knowing that he was going to sit a few bats, and then, loading up in the second game as well behind Gil. The Yanks are playing some quality baseball these days. And look, God bless anybody who's stepping in front of that train. And look, I stepped in front of that train prior to the Boston series starting. But yeah, I won't be doing that again for a while. I'm not a Yankee fan, but I mean, folks who were throwing shade at this team earlier in the year are currently sitting with an egg on their face. Also, get your tiny violins out, folks. This will be the last Thursday night Major League Baseball video I have for this calendar year. From here on out, expect my Thursday night videos, or these Thursday night videos, to be a college football pick for either Friday or Saturday. For the first few weeks, it's likely to be a Saturday game. But, as more Friday games pop, it'll be for Friday. Literally 9 days away from college football, 3 weeks away from NFL. I'm looking forward to both, as you should be as well. With all this said, let's aim to end these Thursday night baseball videos on a high note and dive right in. Wouldn't be ending on a high note if we weren't ending with our Orioles. Plenty of success on these vids and have been compliments of the Orioles. And back to the well here. Orioles team total over 3.5 runs. Got this minus 120 at BetMGM in New Jersey. Mind you, this team is 38 and 82. But that doesn't mean we haven't found value throughout. Now, sure, it doesn't help that the O's have lost 15 straight games, but I haven't been on them during the stretch for the most part, at least from what I can remember. I actually think once or twice I was. I know one of them was a first 5 winner. I know I lost the first 5 with them, but I think that was before the 15-game streak. Either way, this 15-game losing streak has touched up the market a bit. And in this sport, you don't target teams that are losing. And I'm not targeting this team to win here. But the idea of 4 runs in their home ballpark versus a lefty as a big underdog, kind of helping us get those 9 at-bats, is a love spot for me. Now, let me also mention that this O's team has been beaten up with injuries, especially to their bats, but they aren't really anymore. Plethora of right-handed bats back in the mix for them. Now here they draw Max Fried, who is in a good pitching stretch right now, 4 earned in his last 25 innings. And here, though, he enters the American League in quite a hitter-friendly park. No free outs this go-around for him, and quite a lot of righties for Max to deal with. Now, Fried is about just as good versus righties as he is lefties, or just as bad. This would depend on your take on weighted OBA and where you determine that median baseline. Both righties and lefties are hitting Fried at over 300 weighted OBA. But regardless, he's looked good recently. Still some glaring numbers, though, especially on the road. Despite some good road starts recently, his road ERA is still sub-5. Weighted OBA at 348 versus right-handed bats on the road. He's also not exactly what I'd call an innings eater. 5 to 6 innings has been the norm. He doesn't walk many guys, or at least hasn't been during this stretch, so that's been a positive. But all things considered, I think this has created a perfect storm for the O's here. To be clear, I'm not an Orioles fanboy. I'm not a fan of them. If anything, I'm a closeted Seattle Mariners fan. But this team's been an absolute cash cow with their bats versus left-handed pitching this year, as you guys should know if you've been following these videos. Throw out the Rays series, or actually every Rays series with the Orioles this season, because they just have this bullpen's number. Sure, with 82 losses, you can argue a lot of teams have the O's number, but again, I could really care less who wins this game in particular, and the fact that the O's lost 15 games in a row. It just puts the added oomph, if you will, on the market as a whole, relevant to the O's, because again, normally the O's wouldn't be 250 here, and everything's correlated, right? So if in normal circumstances the O's might be like the Braves minus 250. If in normal circumstances the O's would be like plus 160 here, plus 180, we're getting that extra tax, if you will, on folks that are fading the Orioles, and it's directly impacting their team total. Now the Braves are currently playing very good ball, have a very potent lineup, especially right-handed bats. They did some good work at the deadline. But don't get it twisted, that's all melted into this line, as I mentioned, at 250. Braves pen, slightly below average. I think ranked 18th in ERA this season. Again, I can go through advanced metrics, but we'll stick with surface level ERA for this video. They made some moves to improve their pen, but this is still not a lights out pen by any means. Of course, seeing the Braves' best arms in this game would indicate that this is a close game late. I'm hoping it isn't. I'm hoping either Braves rout them or the O's, get a bunch of runs early or even get into a shootout, because then, this bet will get home anyway. As for weather, rain is a potential issue here in thunderstorms, but I think this only helps the potential for runs. A delay could keep Max Fried out of rhythm, or even get an early call to the pen, where you get one of those long middle relief guys. It's going to be warm too, which is a plus for Camden Yards, and of course these Orioles bats will pop. All in all, fate has brought us to our last Friday video, and our O's magically have that 3.5 number, which has done us favors throughout the season versus left-handed pitching. So O's team is healthy again with their right-handed bats, and I expect them to put a decent amount of pressure on Fried here. Let's just throw out the Rays series as it's really apples and oranges compared to the Braves here. I want no part of predicting what Keegan Akin does, as he's a lefty and could have severe issues with this Braves lineup. He also could not. I just don't want to predict that angle. Overall, I expect the 9 at-bats to happen for the O's here. I know they're home, but of course a big dog, and you'd expect the Braves to at least score 3 runs here, which would guarantee them O's 9 shots at 4 runs. But again, some glaring spots here. I've rode the O's all year in this type of spot, so I'm not going to stop now. So again, Orioles team total over 3.5 runs. Got that -120 bet MGM. May the odds be ever in our favor. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope you wake up with a pair of nuts inside your mouth. As always, drop comments below with your thoughts on the play. Let me know who you are betting for tomorrow's slate. Some of you guys will comment, but none of you guys grab your nuts, throw them on the table, and tell me who you're picking. So let's make that happen. We'll have content lined up on the channel all weekend. Major League Baseball, UFC, NASCAR, possibly even tennis. How about credit to Joey Work as well for more winners from Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday now, of course. But he's also been talking a lot of shit in this little head-to-head bowling match we're going to have, which is going to come to a head in a few weeks. He's spotting me 60 pins, but he's practically a pro bowler, averaging like 230 or 240. Yeah, he's a loser. But look, I still think I can compete, and it's going to be Bush League. I'm going to be talking shit, so it's not going to be, easy dealings for him. But may the best man win. I'll be back live on Saturday running down the MLB slate, and then back with Holden and Joey doing it again for baseball on Sunday. Until then, folks, be sure to gamble responsibly, stay safe, and thanks again for watching.